I was in Miami at a Super Bowl parties with celebrities, and it was the best weekend, basically, of my life. I was on the beach, I dove into a sandbar, and I broke my neck. It went from the best weekend to the worst.
It was an awesome day. I went, played 2 rounds of golf, come home, and decided that I wanted to cool off. I ran into the pool, jumped, landed on my head in 3 foot of water. Knew that I had broken my neck at that point. Pretty much changed my life forever.
This injury is something that could affect anybody at any time. I mean, we're a car drive away from this injury. We're a slip and fall away from this injury, and we see that every day. Most people are not being reckless. They're not skydiving. They're not rock climbing. They're just everyday people doing everyday things.
I didn't even know what paralysis was until I was, brought into it by fate.
Because you never think that it's going to actually happen to someone close to you, and then it does, and then it's like, oh my God, like, what do I do now?
After I got hurt, they sentenced me to a life in a wheelchair. Forever. You are done. I'm going to put you in a power wheelchair. You're not going to be able to move your arms. You're not going to be able to move anything. You're definitely not going to be able to walk again.
What my wife was told was that if I did survive, the outcome would be a lot like the actor Christopher Reeve, where I'd be in a power chair, I'd have a ventilator and a feeding tube for the rest of my life.
It was pretty scary to hear a doctor say. They just kind of gave me the news of my worst fears that I'd already had, which was that it was permanent and I wouldn't walk again.
I don't think it's appropriate that someone in their white coat with a stethoscope around their neck tells a young lady that she's never going to walk again when her father's telling her that she needs to keep hope and faith to achieve this. Who's she going to believe? The doctor, you in your coat, or me, her father?
The book says C5, C6 chair, power chair. You don't even need a real, you're going to need a power chair, you need help forever, you'll never work, you'll never get better, you're screwed.
They told us that we have about 22 days of rehab that our insurance company would cover. And I was very alarmed by that, very confused. And they actually told us either you write out a check or you're going to have to leave.
Right now, the financial situation is pretty tight. We live on Social Security and food stamps, let alone having to pay for any therapy.
Every month is a struggle trying to come up with $3,000 for just to work out, just to learn how to get better. Shouldn't be that much money.
American healthcare system basically has abandoned the spinal cord injury patient because of the immense amount of money that it costs to rehabilitate.
Before I became part of Project Walk, I thought a spinal cord injury was a sentence to the wheelchair for the rest of someone's life. And it wasn't until I became part of the organization that I realized there's a different way to do it, and you have an opportunity to get better and to get out of that wheelchair.
Our approach is different from the medical community because we try and go after recovery below the level of injury. Previous to us starting this program 11 years ago, all therapy was really based on compensation and getting the person able to function in the wheelchair.
He was a noodle. Like, he had no strength, couldn't even lift the bar off the weight bench. Now he's lifting 140 pounds. He's just getting stronger every day.
I came here 4 months ago, and right now I'm doing single leg squats. I am kicking my knee up. I am walking on a treadmill with no harnesses, no straps. 4 months I've been here. Nobody would ever thought that would happen.
And my daughter is walking. She can walk independently. You tell me which approach is best.
I started the Walking with Anthony Foundation because I can't tell you how upset I am watching these families, the destruction that has happened to them. They don't have the money that it takes to recover. It is so expensive to recover from this injury. Someone has to help these families.
I'm hoping to make a huge difference with Walking with Anthony because I believe that we have the ability and the resources to raise funds to help these people get out of their wheelchair.
This can happen to one of your loved ones in an instant of a moment. 1 minute they're vibrant, they're skiing, they're horseback riding, they're diving into the ocean, and the next minute they have a spinal cord injury that will devastate them and their entire family. And Walking with Anthony is going to be a foundation that's going to help these people.
I couldn't even say how many thanks that I have to the Walking with Anthony Foundation. It's one thing that we dreamed of, you know, getting me more therapy. It's the one thing that I truly need, and I don't know what I would do without them.
Every day that I come out of here, I feel stronger than when I went in. It heals us all in ways that we never knew were possible. It may sound kind of corny, but it's just the way that it is.
You can see their eyes when they watch me walk here. They show hope. It was so encouraging. It makes me never want to leave here until I'm up.
Help someone like me walk again. Please donate.
Help somebody walk again. Donate today.
Help someone like me walk again. Please donate.
Please donate today.